politics. Mention different aspects of life in which women are discriminated or disadvantaged in India. In India, women are discriminated and disadvantaged in certain ways. First of all, education or literacy rate. The literacy rate among women is just 54%. They are not provided adequate education. 76% as against, this is for men, as against 54% only for women. That is, in 100, 76 men are literate. In 100 women, only 54 are literate. Most of the labor done by them is unpaid. If you see at our house, our mother, our sister, all the women at house, they work from the morning till end, till the night, but they are underpaid or they are not paid. When they are paid for their work, if they go outside, they receive lesser wages than men. Due to the preference for the boy child, female feticide, that is killing the girl child in the womb itself, is practiced in many parts of the country. State different forms of communal politics with one example each. So different forms of communal politics we see. The expression of communal superiority in everyday beliefs, that is religious groups. Militant religious groups are good example of this. They think that their religion is superior and they try to create, they are miscreants. They try to create the divide with force. The desire to form a majoritarian dominance or a separate state. So separatist leaders and political parties in Jammu and Kashmir we see, and central India, these are example of this. The use of religious symbols and leaders in politics to appeal to the voters. So, this technique is applied by many politicians because they want to influence voters. People are very, very emotional when it comes to religion. They don't think from their mind, they think from their heart. So they influence the voter from the two largest religious communities in the country, 80%, 80+% the Hindus and 14% more the Muslims. In addition to this, communal politics can take the form of communal violence and riots. We see the killing of Muslims in Gujarat riots. So this happens because of the communal politics. State how caste inequalities are still discontinuing in India. So we know that traditionally the Brahmans, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, this was our Varna Vyavastha, the caste system. So caste inequalities have not completely disappeared in India. Even today people don't marry outside their caste or tribe. They marry inside that only. They don't even think of. So despite constitutional prohibition, untouchability, chhuachut has not ended completely, and education is not easily available to the so-called low caste, scheduled tribe, Muslims and other backward classes. By such a committee, the Muslims are below the level of scheduled caste. Economic status is closely linked to the caste system. In modern India, like in pre-independence India, the poor are mostly the low caste, which are rich, while the rich are high caste. So poor are generally low caste people and high caste people, they are generally rich. So this shows that the caste inequalities or dissimilarity are still continuing in our country. State two reasons to state that caste alone cannot determine election result in India. So caste cannot alone determine the Indian election because no parliamentary constituency has a clear majority of one single caste. So if we have say constituency, there can be say 70% Hindus, but there can be 30% Muslims and the Dalits and the Christians, etc. So there is no clear majority because all of these Hindus are not going to vote for a Hindu because they will be searching for a candidate who is suitable to develop their constituency. So no party wins all the votes on a particular caste. What is the status of women's representation in India's legislative bodies? India's legislatives include the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, that is the legislatures, and the Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad. So when it comes to the representation of women in these legislative bodies which make our rules, regulation, nitiya, policies, India is among the bottom group of nations in the world. Women representation has always been less than 10% in Lok Sabha and 5% in the state assemblies, that is the Vidhan Sabha. On the other hand, the situation is different in the case of local government bodies, that is the Panchayat, the municipalities, Nagar Palika, Nagar Nigam. As 1/3 of the seat, that is around 33% of the seats in local government bodies like the Panchayats and municipalities is reserved for women. There are more than 10 lakh elected women representative in rural and urban local bodies. Mention any two constitutional provisions that make India a secular state, Dharmanirpeksha Rajya. Two constitutional provisions that makes India the greatest, the biggest, you can say Dharmanirpeksh or non-communal state. The constitution provides to all the individuals and communities freedom to profess, that is to follow their religion, participate and propagate prachar prasar of any religion or not to follow any. That is, you can be an atheist also. The constitution prohibits discrimination on grounds of religion. When we speak of gender divisions, Laingik Vibhajan, Laingik divide, we usually refer to the unequal roles assigned by the society to men and women. Because the society says or thinks that women should work in house, they should take care of the household work and the kids, and the men would go out and earn the bread for the house, for the family. In India, seats are reserved for women in only Panchayati Raj, not here. Cabinet, of course, is by the majority, the majority of Lok Sabha, so it is up to them to decide. Lok Sabha and the Vidhan Sabha, etc., they don't have. Only Panchayati Raj bodies. Consider the following statements on the meaning of communal politics. Communal politics is based on the belief that the answer is one religion is superior than other. This is what communal people think, communal politics think. And then we have followers of a particular religion constitute one community. So these are the two things. These are not. So we take A and C. C is the answer. Which among the following states about India's constitution is wrong? So the answer is, it gives official status to one religion. If you talk about Sri Lanka, they give the official religion is Buddhism. Buddhists are protected. But in India, there is no religion. Even we have 80% more Hindus. But still the Hindus respect the religion of others. The Hindus, they respect religion like Muslims, Buddhism, etc. Everyone is respected in our community. Social division based on dash are peculiar in India. So this is caste. As I said, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Now match the following with list 1 with 2. So a person who believes in equal rights and opportunities for women and men, he is called as or she is called as a feminist. A person who says that religion is the principal basis of community, he is a communalist. He is a communal person. A person who thinks that caste is the principal basis of community, he is a casteist. A person who does not discriminate others on the basis of religious beliefs, he is a secular person. So you need to be a secular person. There are certain important questions that we find in this discussion. First is, what does gender division refer to? So gender division, Laingik Vibhajan, refers to the unequal role assigned to men and women by the society. Name 2 countries where participation of women in public life is very high, and you can name the Scandinavian countries like the Sweden, the Norway. These are the 2 countries where participation of women in public life is very high, and even in the legislatures and all the divisions of the government. Mention 2 essential characteristics of a secular state. Dharmanirpeksha Rajya. What are the 2 essential characteristics? A secular state allows its citizens, people of the country to practice and propagate any religion or not to follow any religion. You can be an atheist, you can be a Hindu, but you can become a Muslim and vice versa. The constitution of the state prohibits any discrimination on the basis of religion. What is meant by caste hierarchy? So as I said, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, this is the caste system which was prolonged, predominantly available, or it was embedded in our society. So caste system or caste hierarchy is the grading of groups from the highest to the lower caste. The Brahmins are the highest, they think, and the Shudras are the lowest, people think. These people who believe in caste hierarchy. For instance, as I said, Brahmins to untouchables, that is the Achut, Kshudra. What is communalism? So communalism, that is the person who is not dharmanirpeksh, who is thinking that only one religion is the best, their religion. So then the term communalism is widely used across South Asia to describe the systematic misuse of religion for political purposes. A general person will not be a communal person, but when the politics and news media etc. feed them, then they become communal. It represents the process of political construction of community identities along religious lines. So communal politics represents one's own religious community in an antagonistic relationship with other religious community. That is, they think their religion is best, other religions are just vague. Socially engineered prejudice, tension and conflict between religious communities constitute this communalism. Communalism stands for equal respect of all religion, all communities, and is opposed to the cynical manipulation of faith in the pursuit of power. Therefore, we are opposed to both majority and minority communalism. Write a brief note on the Hindu caste system. So the Hindu caste system reflects Indian occupational and socially different or defined hierarchies. So we have seen in the past the work the people do, according to the work they do, occupation they have been categorized into 4 major parts: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So ancient Sanskrit sources divide society in 4 major categories: priests or Brahmins, warriors called Kshatriyas, traders, Vaishya, and laborers or the Achus, the lowest one, who are Shudras. In India, to these castes, we also have untouchables. So these are also untouchables. So Indian society is divided into thousands of jatis. These are not only the 4 bifurcations. There are different jatis, different castes, which are local groups based on occupation. Despite economic modernization we have right now and the laws countering discrimination against the lower end of the caste structure and outlying untouchables, the caste system remains an important source of social identification and a potent factor in the political life of the country. What are the positive aspects of caste system in Indian politics? So the caste system plays different kinds of roles in politics. Certain situation, expression of caste differences in politics gives many disadvantaged community the space to demand their share of power. So if you are say a Muslim, or you are belonging to scheduled caste, now you are being discriminated. That generally happens. So whom you will go? You will go to some politician, you will go to some political party who will think about you, who will raise your demands in front of the prashasan, the administration and the government. So in this aspect, caste politics have helped people from Dalits and backward classes to gain better access to decision making. We have seen the reservation in the government jobs given to the SC, STs, OBCs. So several political and non-political organizations, they have been demanding and agitating from an end to end the discrimination against the particular caste, for more dignity and more access to land resources on the opportunities in the country. So caste privilege and solidarity provide a kind of safety net among the community and the social fabric. This will probably change as economic competition intensifies, but caste assertion largely precludes class solidarity. So these were the question and answer of this topic. Thank you so much.